AFTV, time to get into the player ratings. We've got lead judges. Calm down now?
Yeah, a little bit. Still peeved with that. Like,
I'll tell you what, I watched back, just watching back that Lacazette incident. I know it's not the reason. I know you can't just say...
It's defining, though, isn't it?
It's defining, it's game-changing, man, and the referees again, and they just, honestly. I just want the games to be ref by VAR.
I just want them to be ref fairly, you know what I mean? If
I don't want to see no refs. I'd rather them do it by computer.
VAR for me is just, you know, it's still a ref's opinion. Has
it made the refs worse?
Yeah, it has, and that's saying, isn't it? Because they're that bad as it is, but... I honestly think that, you know, it's still an opinion. You know, you're looking at that today, it's still an opinion whether it's a penalty or not. So it's still the integrity of the referee. And then, unfortunately, they're not good enough. And,
it's ridiculous.
You know, it's poor.
Right, let's get into the player ratings. Starting off with the goalkeeper, Matt Ryan, making his debut for Arsenal. Concedes after about, under a minute. But
That's got to be a record breaker, isn't it? Is that the fastest Arsenal debut goalkeeper to concede?
Yeah, but what can he do about it?
No, nothing.
Nothing.
I think at the end of the day, man of the match. I thought he done everything that he asked. Good on the floor. He's going to give Leno some competition.
That's what we want,
and that's what you want, And thankfully he was fit, and I thought he was our best player today. That tells you it all. And I think for a debut, very, very sound. 8 out of 10 for me.
Okay. Bellerin.
Listen, he gets a lot of stick, and quite rightly so. But I'm not going to blame Bellerin no more. Everybody keeps slagging him off and all that. Like the manager continues to keep picking him. So as far as I'm concerned, it's down on. He
wasn't the worst player on the pitch.
No, he wasn't today.
I think why he gets a lot of stick sometimes. People just want to see him be a bit more dynamic. You've got that pace. You've got, he'll run, and it's almost like he gets to a part where he just stops.
Yeah.
And I think we want to see him bombing on.
He hasn't got that in his locker, Robbie. He hasn't got it in his locker. He hasn't. He hasn't got that little bit of turn of pace that he used to have. That's unfortunate through the injuries and whatever. And he's just not really got it like when you see other fullbacks, and that's a fact. I didn't think he was that bad today, but for me. 5 out of 10.
Okay, on the other side, Cedric.
Well, mistake for the goal.
Big mistake.
Big
error.
Big error, and whether you're playing on the right back or the left back, he shouldn't be doing that.
That's not a right back, left back.
No,
he was on his right foot. He's on his right foot. Play a pass with your right foot.
And this is the trouble with all the Arsenal players at this moment in time, barring one or two. They've all got a mistake in them, and if it ain't one, it's the other, and that's what's costing us. His mistake today cost us. And I didn't think, it's a little bit harsh for him because every time he gets the ball, he's looking to cut in onto his right foot. But the decision was made that we didn't feel that we needed a left back, so we're going to have to go with it. I think you're going to be seeing him a lot more there and all, because I think Tierney, I honestly think now, we were speaking about it, you might as well keep him wrapped in cotton wool for the Europa League game. So that's what we're going to see a bit more of Cedric there, So, but today, poor. Because of that, and that 4 out of 10.
All right. Rob Holding. Again, I thought a bit of error for the goal. I thought he should have been tighter to Ollie Watkins.
People could keep going how good at Rob Holding is and what out that. He is not that good a defender. And I don't like to say that horribly because he seems like a nice bloke and all that. He had one player in the box today, and he's marking space, Robbie. You know what I mean? With one player in the box, you just get tight to your man. Weren't tight enough to his man. Just poor defending. It was. And I always look at that and say, like, if your mate's made a mistake, try and get him out of it. He didn't. He just, confounded it really. So for me, 5 out of 10 for Holding. There were some good bits that he did. He actually played better more as an attacking player for us today, didn't he, than defending.
Yeah. Gabriel.
Well, I think Gabriel actually could have done better with the goal as well, if I'll be honest. I think, all right, Cedric made a mistake. The player went round him quite easily. But other than that, I thought he defended well. What I do like about Gabriel is his recovery runs. If the ball goes over the top, he does that well. He's got that bit of pace about him. I didn't think he was that bad today, 6 out of 10.
Okay, Partey.
A little bit disappointed, if I'll be honest. You know, maybe a little bit tired, a little bit jaded. Again, another one of these players that's come to Arsenal with no injury record, and all of a sudden it's, you know, injured again. I think, you know, maybe the pace of the Premier League is catching him out a little bit, where it's a little bit slower in Spain. But, you know, 6 out of 10, I think, you know. There's some good things that he does, but, you know, I think he looks a bit jaded today.
Shaka.
Same, 6, didn't really do much. You know, I think them two over the last couple of games in their defence have bossed the midfield, but today, you know, they didn't. And I didn't think it was like an uneven game. It was one of those games where they dropped off and let us have the ball. So then you're looking for a little bit.
Yeah, once they got that goal, they were just like, have it.
You can have it there.
You can see by the possessions, you know, that's what it was. And it was like, have it, we'll just rely on the counter, which we're pretty good at.
And see if you can break us down. Which we couldn't. So, and the midfield players couldn't get the passes through the line. So, very, very disappointing. So, 6 out of 10 for Shaka as well.
Okay, moving to Saka.
Well, you know,
got the treatment today, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and I'm a little bit worried about that he doesn't seem to get the protection that he deserves. But I didn't think it was his best game today. You know, but he's still done some bits and pieces in there. You know, but like all of them up the front, you have to say they were disappointing. The final ball, their decision making was as poor as I've ever seen it. So for me, Saka gets a 6, but he's entitled to have an off day.
Pepe.
I'm disappointed with Pepe today because I think he'd given the manager the ultimate pat on the back by bringing him in, because I think people would have thought, I think a lot of people might have even thought that maybe they was going to leave him out and bring in Aubameyang, but he got the vote of confidence from the manager, and I think this was the game that he really needed to nail it. Done some good stuff, done some bad stuff, you know what I mean? The one thing that frustrates me about him is not really much end product. You know, like, it just whizzes past the post, or the cross is too long, or whatever. But out of all of them, he was the best of the bad bunch, and that shows it all there. So 6 out of 10 for me.
Okay, Smith Rowe.
Well, unfortunately, that's his worst game for Arsenal. You know, I have to say, didn't really get into the game first half. Done a couple of little flashes in the second half. I think, you know, works hard today, but just it wasn't really at it, you know. And that's, you know, maybe there is a little bit of tiredness in there, fatigue. So for me, like 5 out of 10.
Okay, Lacazette.
He will turn around and say he didn't really get the service, but I didn't think he held the ball up as well as what he can do. It just seemed, again, you know, he only had half a game on Tuesday, so I thought he would be a little bit fresh. Another one that, you know, has 1 or 2 good games and needs then to kick it on to 5, 6, 7. If you aren't going to start challenging for honours in this league, you've got to. It's not good having 1 or 2 good games and then another couple of bad games. You've got to be a lot more consistent. So he's had 2 or 3 good games. Needs to back it up and didn't, you know. Should have had a penalty, as we all know. But for me, 5 out of 10, and I'm being nice to him.
Right, let's get into the substitutes. Aubameyang came on.
Did he?
I think he did.
Did he come on?
I think he did, yeah.
Oh, right. Well, that's 2 games that he's had, so since he's come
anonymous.
On. And he was anonymous.
He's invisible.
Free. You know what I mean? I don't know what is the matter with him at the moment. You know, obviously he's got some issues with the family and whatever, and so, you know, you tend to want to forgive him for that. But, you know, if that is the case, then don't put yourself up for the games. I'm afraid, you know what I mean. We need everybody on board. It's just, for whatever reason, not happening for a minute. And you know, I didn't really see him do anything today.
No. Odegaard, debut.
Could have scored, should have scored.
Should have scored.
Yeah.
Should have at least got it on target.
Yeah, but done some good things.
Nice,
I have to say that I like what I see of him. Like, you know, busy, wanted the ball. When he come on, we looked like we was on top a little bit, and so I was quite impressed with him. So 6 out of 10 for me.
Okay, Willian.
Game changer. Game changer. First of all, the decision for that, we're going to talk about Mikel Arteta later on, aren't we? So I'll leave that. we was in the ascendancy. We was on top. Unfortunately, Partey got injured. Willian come on. For the life of me, I don't see how he can justify it. And just, it's not his fault. You know what I mean? If the manager says you've got to go on, you're going to go on, aren't you? Like, you ain't going to turn around and go, oh no, I think you should give it to somebody else. Very, very poor. Actually contributed for Aston Villa winning the game. That, I think, getting the 3 points. So 3 out of 10. I thought he was, didn't do nothing.
Yeah, Mikel Arteta.
Well, I think Mikel Arteta got the team selection to start off right. It's not his fault that he puts a player in there and makes a mistake. It's not his fault that he continually keeps playing players, and they're making mistakes, whether it be one or the other. But today, when it really mattered, that decision for Mikel to bring on Willian, I don't even think his mum and dad would be able to stick up for him. I really don't. I think his mum and dad would be, if he come in the front door, they'd be shutting it after that decision, because it's absolutely, I'm pretty sure his wife's put him in the spare room and all that, because it's horrendous. I just don't see how he could justify bringing him on. It's just, and the game just went flat after that. We never looked like. In fact, they looked like the more likely scorer, and that's why. Matt Ryan's got man of the match, because when he come on, that's when he had 4 or 5, 6 shots to save. You know what I mean? It's a horrendous decision, and I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Managers do contribute to winning and losing games, and that decision could have cost us a point or whatever. I felt if we'd have nicked one, we may have actually gone on to win it. But as soon as that happened, the game died a death from our point of view, and so for Mikel, I'll give him 1 because he always looks smart, and and 2 for going with the front 3 at first. But in saying that, the players let him down as well.
Referee today?
I don't think he was too bad. I think that listen, they're all poor, aren't they?
The decision.
Could he not see that decision?
The Lacazette decision. He gave a free kick to Emi Martinez.
Well, then he's crap then, isn't he?
The Saka one, is that not last man back?
Well, that is...
Konsa on a yellow card, clatters through the back of Saka. No. I thought he was
So there's
poor.
3 decisions there you could say, and so you would think that. But these are happening all the time. As I said earlier, Grealish has won a header, and he's got booked for it. You know what I mean? They're just poor. They're just poor rest. I've just said that there was an incident with the Southampton-Newcastle game when a player was clean through just on the edge of the box, and they didn't give it. They give a yellow card, and so if you've got a player that's on the halfway line, I suppose you're going to have to say that it is a yellow card. But is it a goal scoring opportunity? Well, yeah, it is. But you could say that maybe somebody would have got back. But as you say, I have seen this on a few occasions. I don't want to keep harping on about Arsenal. When players have been on a yellow card, they can't wait to give the next one. Can't wait to send them. But today, like a reluctance, so I'll let that go. And you can't be doing that. It's just so poor. It's not consistency. That's all you ask for.
All you want is
consistency and fairness.
And today, consistently bad. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And the standard of refereeing now has surely got to be a concern to the FA. It surely has, because it's not only affecting results and that, it's affecting the love of the game. The game is being tarnished by poor officials. And when you look at, someone said that Oliver's the best. Well, if he's the best, then we've got a real worry on our hands, So, look, listen, I've been watching the other games today as well. It ain't just the Arsenal game. They're poor all round, Robbie.
Well, the one in that Southampton game is the one from the other night.
Yeah, well, so they're all poor.
What are you giving him?
3.
3.
3.
Okay. All right, well, listen, cheers, mate.
No worries.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
We've got a nice week. We ain't got nothing for a week now because we're not in the FA Cup. Every other team, there's a few teams in the FA Cup, but we're not one of them because we chose to rest players for the 3 points at Southampton. It does bother me. For the 3 points at Southampton, we decided to go out the FA Cup. And it does bother me, yeah, it does, because we should be playing at some time this week. Partey wouldn't be because he'd be injured, but there you go.
Today's show is sponsored by Profit Accumulator, the #1 match betting service in the UK. Match betting is different to gambling. With gambling, you bet on one side, and if that side loses, you lose. With match betting, you bet on both sides. That means no matter what the outcome, you're a winner. When you sign up to Profit Accumulator, they will walk you through the whole process of how to do match betting, and as long as you follow what they tell you, you cannot lose. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description right now for your free trial, and you can start earning some real cash.